nuptial hour draws on apace. 4 happy days bring in another moon, but oh, methinks how slow this old moon wanes. She lingers my desires, like to a stepdame or a dowager, long withering out a young man's revenue.
4 days will quickly steep themselves in night, 4 nights will quickly dream away the time. And then the moon, like to a silver bone who bent in heaven, shall behold the night of our solemnities.
Go, Philostrate, stir up the Athenian youth to merriment, awaken the pert and nimble spirit of mirth, turn melancholy forth to funerals. The pale companion is not for our pomp. Hippolyta, I wooed thee with my sword, and won thy love doing the injuries. But I will wed thee in another key, with pomp, with triumph, and with revelling.
Happy be Theseus, our renowned duke.
Thanks, good Aegeus. What's the news with thee?
Full of vexation come I, with complaints against my child, my daughter Hermia. Stand forth, Demetrius. My noble lord, this man hath my consent to marry her. Stand forth, Lysander. And my gracious duke, this hath bewitched the bosom of my child. Thou, Lysander, thou hast given her rhymes and interchanged love tokens with my child. Thou hast by moonlight at her window sung, with feigning voice, verses of feigning love, and stolen the impression of her fantasy with bracelets of thy hair, rings, gauds, conceits, snacks, trifles, nosegay sweetmeats, messengers of strong prevailment in unhardened youth. With cunning hast thou filled her, my daughter's heart, turned her obedience, which is due to me, to stubborn harshness. And my gracious duke, be it so she will not here before your grace consent to marry with Demetrius, I beg the ancient privilege of Athens. As she is mine, I may dispose of her, which shall be either to this gentleman or to her death, according to our law, immediately provided in that case.
What say you? Be advising, handmaid. To you your father should be as a god, one that composed your beauties, and to whom you are but as a form in wax, by him imprinted, and within his power to leave the figure or disfigure it. Demetrius is a worthy gentleman.
Or so is Lysander.
In himself he is, but in this kind, wanting your father's voice, the other must be held the worthier.
I would my father looked but with my eyes.
Rather your eyes must with his judgment look.
I do entreat your grace to pardon me. I know not by what power I am made bold, nor how it may concern my modesty in such a presence here to plead my thoughts. But I beseech your grace, that I may know the worst that may befall me in this case, if I refuse to wed Demetrius.
Either to die the death, or to abjure forever the society of men. Therefore, fair Hermia, question your desires, know of your youth, examine well your blood, whether, if you yield not to your father's choice, you can endure the livery of a nun. Aye, to be in shady cloister mute, to live a barren sister all your life, chanting vain hymns to a cold and fruitless moon. Thrice blessed are they that master so their blood to undergo such maiden pilgrimage. But earthlier happy is the rose distilled, than that which, withering on the virgin thorn, grows, lives, and dies in single blessedness.
So will I grow, so live, so die, my lord, ere I will yield my virgin patent up unto his lordship, whose unwished yoke my soul consents not to give sovereignty.
Take time to pause. By the next new moon, sealing day betwixt my love and me, the everlasting bond of fellowship, upon that day, either prepare to die for disobedience to your father's will, or else to wed Demetrius, as he would, or on Diana's altar to protest for a austerity and single life.
Relent, sweet Hermia, and Lysander, yield thy crazed title to my certain right. You have her father's love, Demetrius. Let me have Hermia's. Do you marry him?
Scornful Lysander! True, he hath my love, and what is mine, my love shall render him, and she is mine, and all my right of her I do estate unto Demetrius.
I am, my lord, as well derived as he, as well possessed. My love is more than his. my fortunes in every way as fairly ranked, if not with vantage, as Demetrius. And, which is more than all these boasts can be, I am beloved of beauteous Hermia. Why should not I then prosecute my rights? Demetrius, I'll avouch it to his head, made love to Nidar's daughter Helena, and won her soul. And she, sweet lady, dotes, devoutly dotes in idolatry upon this spotted and inconstant man.
I must confess that I have heard so much, and with Demetrius thought to have spoke thereof. But, being over full of self-affairs, my mind did lose it. But come, Demetrius and Aegeus, come, you shall go with me. I have some private schooling for you both. For you, fair Hermia, look you, arm yourself to fit your fancies to your father's will, or else the law of Athens yields you up, which by no means we may extenuate, to death or to a vow of single life. Come, Hippolyta. What cheer, my love? Demetrius and Aegeus, go along. I must employ you in some business against unnatural, and confer with you of something nearly that concerns yourselves.
With duty and desire, we follow you.
How now, my love? Why is your cheek so pale? How chance the roses there do fade so fast?
Belike for want of rain, which I could well beteem them from the tempest of my eyes.
Ah me, for aught that I could ever read, could ever hear by tale or history, the course of true love never did run smooth, but either it was different in blood,
Oh, cross, too high to be enthralled too low.
or else misgraft in respect of years,
Oh, spite, too old to be engaged too young.
or else it stood upon the choice of friends,
Oh, hell, to choose love by another's eye.
or, if there were a sympathy in choice, war, death, or sickness would lay siege to it, making it momentary as a sound, swift as a shadow, short as any dream. And ere a man hath power to say, behold, the jaws of darkness do devour it up. So quick, bright things come to confusion.
If, then, true lovers have ever been crossed, it stands as an edict in destiny. Then let us teach our trial patience, because it is a customary cross, as due to love and thoughts, sighs, wishes and tears, poor fancy's followers.
A good persuasion. Therefore, hear me, Hermia. I have a widow aunt, a dowager of great revenue, and she hath no child. From Athens is her house remote 7 leagues, and she respects me as her only son. There, gentle Hermia, may I marry thee. And to that place the sharp Athenian law cannot pursue us. If thou lovest me there, steal forth thy father's house tomorrow night, and in the wood, a league without the town, where I did meet thee once with Helena, to do observance to a morn of May. There will I stay for thee.
Oh, my good Lysander! Oh, I swear to thee by Cupid's strongest bow, by his best arrow with the golden head, by the simplicity of Venus's doves, by that which knitteth souls and prospers loves, by all the vows that men have ever broke, in number more than ever woman spoke, in that same place thou hast appointed me. Tomorrow truly will I meet with thee.
Keep promise, love. Oh, look, here comes Helena.
Oh, Godspeed, fair Helena. Whither away?
Call you me fair? That fair again unsay. Demetrius loves your fair. Oh, happy fair. Your eyes are lodestars, your tongue sweet air, more tunable to lark than shepherd's ear, when wheat is green, when hawthorn buds appear. Sickness is catching. Oh, a favour so! Yours would I catch, fair Hermia, ere I go. My ear should catch your voice, my eye your eye, my tongue should catch your tongue's sweet melody. Oh, were the world mine, Demetrius being baited, the rest I'd give to be to you translated. Oh, teach me how you look, and with what art you sway the motion of Demetrius's heart.
Well, I frown upon him, yet he loves me still.
Oh, that my frowns could teach my smiles such skill.
I give him curses, yet he gives me love.
Oh, that my prayers could such affection move.
Well, the more I hate, the more he follows me.
Oh, the more I love, the more he hateth me.
His folly, Helena, is no fault of mine.
Oh, none, but your beauty. Oh, would that fault were mine.
Take comfort. Soon he shall no more see my face. Lysander and myself will fly this place. Oh, before the time I did Lysander see, seemed Athens as a paradise to me. Oh, then what graces in our love do dwell, that he hath turned to heaven and to hell.
Helen, to you our minds we will unfold. Tomorrow night, when Phoebe doth behold her silver visage on the watery glass, decking with liquid pearl the bladed grass, a time which lovers' flights doth still conceal, through Athens' gates we have devised to steal.
And in the wood, where often you and I upon faint primrose beds were wont to lie, emptying our bosoms of our counsel sweet, there my Lysander and myself will meet, and thence to Athens turn away our eyes to seek new friends and stranger companies. Oh, farewell, sweet playfellow, pray thou for us, and good luck grant thee thy Demetrius.
How happy some or others some can be. Well, through Athens I am thought as fair as she. But what of that? Demetrius thinks not so. He will not know what all but he do know. And as he errs, doting on Hermia's eyes, so I, admiring of his qualities, things base and vile, holding no quantity, love can transpose to form and dignity. Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind, and therefore is winged Cupid painted blind. Nor hath love's mind any judgment taste. Wings and no eyes figure unheedy haste. And therefore is love said to be a child, because in choice he is so oft beguiled, as waggish boys in games themselves forswear. So the boy love is perjured everywhere. For ere Demetrius looked on Hermia's eyes, he held down oaths that he was only mine. And when this halesome heat from Hermia felt, so he dissolved and showers of oath did melt. I will go tell him of fair Hermia's flight, or then to the wood will he tomorrow night pursue her. And for this intelligence, if I have but thanks, it is a dear expense. But hearing me I'm to enrich my pain, to have his sight thither and back again.
Generally, man by man, according to the script.
Here is the scroll of every man's name, thought fit through all Athens to play in our interlude before the Duke and the Duchess on their wedding day at night.
First, good Peter Quince, say what the play treats on. Then read the names of your actors, and so grow to a point.
Mary, our play is the most lamentable comedy and the most cruel death of Pyramus and Thisbe.
It's a very good piece of work, I assure you. Anna Mary. Now, good Peter Quince, call forth your actors by the scroll. Masters, spread yourselves.
Answer as I call you. Nick Bottom the Weaver.
Ready? Name what part I am for, Pyramus, and proceed.
Nick Bottom, you are set down for
What is Pyramus? A lover or a tyrant?
Oh, a lover who kills himself most gallantly for love.
That will ask for some tears in it, in the true performing of it. If I do it, I'm doing it. Let the audience look to their eyes. I shall move storms. I shall condole in some measure. To the rest.
Francis Blue.
Yeah. My chief humour is for a tyrant. I could play Hercules rarely, or a part to tear a cat in to make all split. The raging rocks and shivering shocks shall break the locks of prison gates.
Francis.
And Phoebus' car shall shine from far and make and mar the foolish fates. This was lofty. Now, name the rest of your players.
Francis.
This was Hercules' vein, a tyrant's vein. A lover is more condoling.
Francis Flute, the bellows mender!
Peter Quince.
Francis Flute, you shall play Thisbe.
What is Thisbe? A wandering knight.
Thisbe is the lady that Pyramus has left.
Oh, make me not play a woman. I have a beard.
It's all one. You shall play it in a mask, and you may speak as small as you will.
And let me hide my face. Sorry. Let me play Thisbe too. I'll speak in a monstrous little voice. Thisne, oh, Pyramus, my lover dear, thy Thisbe dear, and lady dear. Huh.
No. You play Pyramus, Flute, Thisbe.
Well, proceed.
Robin Starveling the tailor.
Here, Peter Quince.
Robin Starveling, you must play Thisbe's mother. Tom Snout the tinker.
Here, Peter Quince.
You, Pyramus's father. Myself, Thisbe's father. And Snug the joiner, you the lion's part. And so I think we have a play fitted.
Have you the lion's part written? Pray you be, give it me, for I am slow of study.
Oh, but you may do it extempore, for it is nothing but roaring.
Let me play the lion too. I will roar that I will do any man's heart good to hear. I will roar that I will make the Duke say, let him roar again. Let him roar again. Roar!
And you would do it too terribly, that you would fright the Duchess and the ladies, that they would shriek, and that would be enough to hang us all.
That would hang us every mother's son.
I grant you, friends, that if we should fright the ladies, hello ladies, if we should fright the ladies out of their wits, they would have no more discretion but to hang us. But I will aggravate my voice so, no, not like that, just like that, that I will roar you as gently as any sucking dove. I will roar you and to any nightingale.
You shall play no part but Pyramus.
Ooh.
Oh, Nick Bottom. For Pyramus is a sweet-faced man, a proper man, such as you shall see on a summer's day. A very lovely, gentleman-like man. Therefore, you must needs play Pyramus. Come on, Bottom. Come on.
Well, I will undertake it.
Good. Now, masters, here are your parts. And I request you, and I entreat you, and I desire you to con them by tomorrow night, and meet me in the palace wood a mile without the town, where we will rehearse. For if we meet in a city, we'll be dogged by company and our devices known. Meanwhile, I will prepare a bill of properties, such as our play needs, and I pray you all, fail me not
we will meet, and there we may rehearse more obscenely and courageously. Take pains. Be perfect. Oh, adieu.
Over hill, over dale, through a bush, through a briar, over park, over pale, through a flood, through a fire. I do wander everywhere, swifter than the moon sphere, and I serve the fairy queen to dew her orbs upon the green. The cowslips tall, her pensioners be. In their gold coats, spots you see, those be rubies, fairy favours. In those freckles live their savours. I must go seek some dewdrops here and hang a pearl in every cowslip's ear. Farewell, thou... Oh. Thou lob of spirits, I'll be gone. Our queen and all her elves come here anon.
The king doth keep his revels here tonight. Take heed the queen cannot within his sight, for Oberon is passing felon wrath. For she as her attendant hath a lovely boy, stolen from an Indian king. She never had so sweet a changeling. And jealous Oberon would have the child, knight of his train, to trace the forest wild. But she perforce withholds the loved boy, crowns him with flowers and makes him all her joy. And now they never meet in grove or green, by fountain clear or spangled starlight sheen.
Either I mistake your shape and making quite, or else you are that shrewd and knavish sprite called Robin Goodfellow. Are not you he that frights the maidens of the villagery, skim milk, and sometimes labour in the kern, and bootless make the breathless housewife churn, and sometimes make the drink to bear no balm, mislead night wanderers, laughing at their harm. Yes, yes, those that hobgoblin call you, and sweet puck, you do their work, and they shall have good luck. Are not you he?
Yeah, thou speak'st aright. I am that merry wanderer of the night. I jest to Oberon and make him smile when I a fat and bean-fed horse beguile, neighing in likeness of a filly foal. And sometimes lurk I in a gossip's bowl, in very likeness of a roasted crab. And when she drinks against her lips I bob, and on her withered dewlap pour the ale. The wisest aunt, telling the saddest tale, sometimes the 3-foot stool mistaketh me.
Oh.
Then slip I from her bub.
Whoa!
Down topples she, and Taylor cries, and falls into a cot, and the whole choir hold their hips and laugh, and wax it in their mirth, and knees and swear, and merrier hours never wasted there. But Room Fairy, here comes Oberon.
Ah! And here my mistress! Would that he were gone!
Ill met by moonlight, proud Titania.
What jealous Oberon! Fairies, skip hence,
I have forsworn his bed and company.
Tarry, rash wanton, am not I thy lord?
Well, then I must be thy lady. But I know when thou hast stolen away from fairyland and in the shape of Corin sat all day, playing on pipes of corn and versing love to amorous Phillida. Why hast thou come here from the farthest steeps of India but that, forsooth, the bouncing Amazon, your buskin mistress and your warrior love to Theseus, must be wedded, and you come to give their bed joy and prosperity?
How canst thou thus for shame, Titania, glance at my credit with Hippolyta, knowing I know thy love for Theseus? Didst thou not lead him through the glimmering night from Perigonia, whom he ravished, and make him with fair eagles break his faith with Ariadne and Antiopa?
These are the forgeries of jealousy, and never since the middle summer spring met we on hill, in dale, forest, or mead, by paved fountain or by rushy brook, or on the beached margent of the sea, to dance our ringlets to the whistling wind. But thou with thy brawls hast disturbed our sport, and therefore the wind, piping to us in vain, hath sucked up from the sea contagious fogs, which falling in the land hath every pelting river made so proud they have overborne their continents. The ox, therefore, hath stretched his yoke in vain, the ploughman lost his sweat, and the green corn hath rotted ere its youth attained a beard. The fold stands empty in the drowned field, and the crows grow fatted on the murren flock. The human mortals want their winter here. But no night is now with him, nor carol blessed. Therefore the moon, the governess of floods, pale in her anger, washes all the air that rheumatic diseases do abound. And thorough this distemperature, we see the seasons alter, hoary-headed frosts fall in the fresh lap of the crimson rose, and on dull Hyam's chin, an icy crown, an odorous chaplet of sweet summer buds is as in mockery set. The spring, the summer, the chiding autumn, angry winter, have changed their wonted liveries, and the mazed world, by their increase, now knows not which is which.
Climate change, it gets you every time.
And this same progeny of evils comes from our debate, from our dissension. We are their parents and original.
Well, dost thou amend it then? It lies in you. Why should Titania cross her Oberon? I do but beg a little changeling child to be my henchman.
Set your heart at rest. The fairy land buys not the child of me. His mother was a votaress of my order, and in the spiced Indian air by night, full oft has she gossiped by my side, or sat with me on Neptune's yellow sands, marking the embarked traders on the flood. Oh, how we've laughed to see the sails conceived, grow big-bellied with wanton wind, which she, with pretty and with swimming gait following, her womb now rich with my young squire, did imitate, and sail upon the land to fetch me trifles, and return again as from a voyage rich with merchandise. But she being mortal of that boy did die, and for her sake do I raise up the boy, and for her sake I will not part with him.
Give me that boy, and I will go with thee.
Not for thy kingdom! Fair is away. We shall chide down right if I longer stay.
Well, go thy way then. Thou shalt not from this grove till I torment thee for this injury. My gentle Puck, come hither. Thou rememberest since once I sat upon a promontory, and heard a mermaid on a dolphin's back utter such dulcet and harmonious breath, that the rude sea grew civil at her song. And certain stars shot madly from their spheres to see and hear the sea maid's music.
Yeah, I remember.
That very time I saw, but thou couldst not, flying between the cold moon and the earth, Cupid, all armed. A certain aim he took at a fair vestal thrown by the west, and loosed his love shaft smartly from his bow, as if it should pierce 100,000 hearts. Oh, but I might see young Cupid's fiery shaft, quenched by the chaste beams of the watery moon.
Oh.
And the imperial virtues passed on in maiden meditation, fancy free. No. Yet, marked I where the bolt of Cupid fell. It fell upon a little western flower, before milk white, now purple with love's wound. The maidens call it love in idleness. Fetch me this flower, this herb I showed thee once, the juice of which on sleeping eyelids laid will make or man or woman madly dote on the next live creature that it sees. Fetch me this herb, and be thou here again ere the Leviathan can swim a league.
I can put a girdle about the earth in 40 minutes. Right, yeah.
This is why I need a new henchman. Having once this juice, I will watch Titania while she is asleep, and drop the liquor of it in her eyes. The next thing she waking looks upon, be it on lion or bear or wolf or bull, meddling monkey or busy ape, she shall pursue it with the soul of love. Oh. And ere I take this charm from off her eyes, which I can with another herb, I will make her render up her page to me. But who comes here? I am invisible, and I will overhear their conference.
I love thee not, therefore pursue me not. Where is Lysander and fair Hermia? Thou toldst me they were stolen unto this wood, hence get thee gone, and follow me no more. Do I entice you? Do I speak you fair, or do I not in plainest truth tell you I do not, nor I cannot love you?
Oh, and even for that do I love you the more. I am your spaniel, and Demetrius, the more you beat me, I will fawn on you. Oh, use me but as your spaniel, spurn me, strike me, neglect me, lose me, only give me leave, unworthy as I am to follow you, and yet what worse a place can I beg in your love, and yet a place of high respect for me, to be used as you use your dog.
Tempt not too much the hatred of my spirit, for I am sick when I do look on thee.
And I am sick when I look not on you.
You do impeach your modesty too much, to leave the city and commit yourself into the hands of one who loves you not, to trust the opportunity of night and the ill counsel of a desert place with the rich worth of your virginity.
Your virtue is my privilege for that. It is not night when I do see your face, therefore I think I am not in the night, nor doth this wood lack worlds of company, for you in my respect are all the world. Then how can it be said that I am alone, when all the world is here to look upon me?
I will not stay thy questions. Let me go. Or, if thou should follow, do not believe. But I shall do thee mischief in the wood.
I in the temple, the field, the town, you do me mischief. Oh, fie, Demetrius! Your wrongs do set a scandal on my sex. We cannot fight for love as men may do. We should be wooed, and we're not made to woo.
I'll run from thee and hide me in the brakes and leave thee to the mercy of wild beasts.
I'll follow thee and make a heaven of hell, to die upon the hand I love so well.
Fare thee well, nymph. Ere he do leave this grove, thou shalt fly him, and he shall seek thy love. Hast thou the flower there, welcome wanderer?
Aye, there it is.
I pray thee, give it me. I know a bank whereon the wild thyme grows, where oxlips and the nodding violet grows, quite o'er-canopied with lush wood vine, with sweet musk roses and with eglantine. There sleeps Titania some time of the night, lulled in these flowers with dances and delight. There, the snake throws her enamelled skin, weed wide enough to wrap a fairy in. With this juice, I will streak her eyes and make her full of hateful fantasies. Take that something, and seek through this grove. A sweet Athenian lady is in love with a disdainful youth. Anoint his eyes, but don't when the next thing he espies may be the lady. You may know the man by the Athenian garments he hath on, but effect it with some care, that he may prove more fond on her than she upon her love. Then make me ere the first cock crow.
Fear not, my lord, your servant shall do so.
Sing me now asleep, and then to your officers and let me rest.
You spotted snakes with double tongue, thorny hedgehogs be not seen, newts and blind worms do no wrong, come not near our fairy queen. Philomel with melody, singing a sweet lullaby. La 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 lullaby. La 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 lullaby. Never harm nor spell nor charm. Come a lovely lady nigh, so good night with lullaby. Hence, away, now all is well. One, aloof, stand sentinel.
What thou seest when thou dost wake, do it for thy true love take. Love and languish for his sake. Be it ounce or cat or bear, pard or boar with bristled hair, in thy eye that shall appear. When thou wakest, it is thy dear. Wake when some vile thing is near.
Fair love, you faint with wandering in the woods. And to speak troth, I have forgot our way.
Typical man, won't ask for directions.
Oh, yes. We'll rest us, Hermia, if you think it good, and tarry for the comfort of the day.
Be it so, Lysander, find you out of bed, for I upon this bank will rest my head.
One turf shall serve as pillow for us both. One heart, one bed, two bosoms, and one troth.
Nay, good Lysander, for my sake, my dear, lie further off yet. Do not lie so near.
Oh, take the sense, sweet, of my innocence. Love takes the meaning in love's conference. I mean that my heart unto yours is knit, so that but one heart we can make of it. Two bosoms interchained with an oath, so then two bosoms and a single troth. Then by your side no bedroom me deny, for lying so, Hermia, I do not lie.
Lysander riddles very prettily. But much beshrew my manners and my pride if Hermia meant to say Lysander lied. Now, gentle friend, in love and courtesy lie further off yet, for in human modesty such separation as well may be said becomes a virtuous bachelor and a mate. So far be distant. And good night, sweet friend. Thy love never falter till thy sweet life end.
Amen. Amen to that fair prayer, say I. And then end life when I end loyalty. Here is my bed. Sleep, give thee all his rest.
With half that wish, the wisher's eyes be pressed.
Through the forest have I gone, but Athenian found I none, upon whose eyes I might approve this flower's force in stirring love. Night and silence. Who is here? Weeds of Athens he doth wear. This is he, my master said, despised the Athenian maid. And here the maiden sleeping sound on the dank and dirty ground. Oh, pretty soul, she does not lie there, this lack love, this kill courtesy. Only from here I can see what she sees in him. Charm, upon thy eyes I throw all the power this charm doth owe. When thou wakest, let love forbid, sit his sleep on thy eyelid. So, awake when I am gone, for I must now to Oberon.
Stay! Let thou kill me, sweet Demetrius!
I charge thee, hence, and do not haunt me thus!
Oh, wilt thou, darkling, leave me? Do not so!
Stay! On thy peril, I alone will go.
Oh, I am out of breath in this fond chase. The more my prayer, the lesser is my grace. Happy is Hermia, wheresoe'er she lies, for she hath blessed and attractive eyes. How came her eyes so bright? Not with salt tears. If so, mine are oftener washed than hers. No. I am as ugly as a bear. For beasts that meet me run away for fear. Therefore no marvel, though, Demetrius do as a monster fly my presence thus. I mean, what wicked and dissembling glass of mine made me compare with Hermia's fiery eye? But who is here? Lysander! On the ground? Dead? Or asleep. I see no blood, no wound. Lysander, if you live, good sir, awake.
And run through fire I will, for thy sweet sake. Transparent Helena, nature shows art, that through thy bosom makes me see thy heart. Where is Demetrius? Oh, how fit a word is that vile name to perish on my sword.
Oh, say not so, Lysander, say not so. What though he love your Hermia, Lord, what though? Yet Hermia still loves you, then be content.
Content with Hermia? No, I do repent the tedious minutes I with her have spent. Not Hermia, but Helena I love. Who will not change a raven for a dove? The will of man is by his reason swayed, and reason, says you, are the worthier maid. Things growing are not ripe until their season, so I, being young till now, ripe not to reason, and touching now the point of human skill, reason becomes the marshal to my will, and leads me to your eyes, where I o'erlook love's stories written in love's richest book.
Oh, wherefore was I to this teen mockery born? And when at your hand did I deserve this scorn? Is it not enough, young man, that I did never, no, nor never can, deserve a sweet look from Demetrius's eye, but you must flout my insufficiency? Oh, good truth you do me wrong, good sooth you do, in such disdainful manner me to woo. But fare you well, perforce I must confess, I thought you a lord of more true gentleness. Oh, that a lady of one man refused should of another be abused.
She sees not Hermia. Hermia, sleep thou there, and never mayst thou come Lysander near. And all my powers address your love and might to honour Helen and to be her knight.
Oh, me! Oh, for pity, what dream was here? Oh, Lysander, look how I do quake with fear. Methought a serpent eat my heart away, and you sat smiling at his cruel prey. Oh, Lysander. What? Removed? Lysander, Lord? Gone? Out of hearing, no sound, no word? Alack, where are you? Speak, and if you hear, speak of all loves. Oh, I swoon almost with fear. No? Oh, then I will perceive you are not nigh. Either death, or you will find immediately. Oh.
Here is a marvellous convenient place for our rehearsal.
Sorry I'm late. My cockadoodle didn't.
We will do it in action as we will do it before the Duke.
Peter Quince,
What sayest thou now, Bullybottom?
there are some things in this comedy of Pyramus and Thingy that'll never please. First, Pyramus must draw a sword to kill himself, which the ladies, hello again, ladies cannot abide. I'll answer you that.
My lake in a parlour sphere.
I believe that we should leave the killing out when all is done.
Not a whit. I have a device to make all well. Write me a prologue. And let the prologue seem to say we will do no harm with our swords. And that Pyramus is not killed indeed. And, for the more better assurance, tell them that I, Pyramus, am not Pyramus, but Bottom the Weaver. This will put them out of fear.
Very well, we shall have such a prologue, and it will be written in 8 and 6.
No. Let it be written in 2 more. Let it be written in 8 and... 2 more.
Will not the ladies be afeard of the lion?
Oh, I fear it, I promise you.
Masters, you ought to consider with yourselves to bring in, God shield us, a lion among ladies is a most dreadful thing. For there's not a more fearful wildfowl than your lion living. We ought to look to it.
Therefore, another prologue must tell. He is not a lion.
Nay, you must name his name. And half his face must be seen through the lion's neck. And he should speak through, saying thus, or to the same defect. Ladies, or fair ladies, I wish you... No. Request you. No, what was it? It was entreat, wasn't it? Entreat. Entreat you not to fear, not to tremble. My life for yours. If you think I come hither as a lion, it were pity on my life. No, I am no such thing. I am a man.
I'm a man.
As other men are, and there indeed, let him name his name and tell them plainly he is.
I'm a man.
No. Snug the
I'm a man.
joiner.
Well, that may be so, but there is still two hard things. One is how to bring moonlight into the chamber, for Pyramus and Thisbe, so the story says, do meet by moonlight.
Well, doth the moon shine the night we play our play?
A calendar. Look in the almanac. I haven't got my almanac. Do you want to see if you can? Anyone got? See if we get an Android almanac, Apple almanac. We can work with either.
Do you prefer bottom?
At this moment, I'll take whichever one we can get. It looks like he's on the case, though. He had to go right to the back, but he's on the case.
It comes with a case as well.
Right. Take your time.
Have to go to the back.
Okay.
Yes.
It doth shine the night we play our play.
Why, then we may leave a casement of the great chamber window where we play our play open, and the moon may shine in at the casement.
Or else, one may come in with a lantern and a bush of thorn and say he comes to disfigure or to present the person of moonshine. And then there is another thing. We must have a wall in the great chamber, for Pyramus and Thisbe do speak through a chink in a wall.
You can never bring in a wall. What say you, Bottom?
Some man or other must present wall, and let him have some loam or plaster or rough cast about him to signify wall, and then let him hold his fingers thus, and through that cranny shall Pyramus and Thisbe whisper, "Hello."
Fine. If that is so, then let's every man sit and rehearse your part. Pyramus, you begin. And when you've spoken your speech, you enter into that break, and so everyone according to his cue.
So near the cradle of the fairy queen. What? A play toward? Ha! I'll be an auditor. An actor too if I see cause.
Pyramus speak, Thisbe stand forth.
Thisbe, the flowers of odious savours sweet.
Odours. Odours.
Oh yeah, that makes more sense. Odours savours sweet. So doth thy breath, my dearest Thisbe dear. But hark, a voice, stay thou but here a while, and by I will to thee appear.
A stranger Pyramus that e'er played here.
Must I speak now? I marry must you, for he has gone but to see a noisy herd, and is to come again.
Oh, most sweet Pyramus, most lily white of hue, of colour of the red rose on triumphant briar, most brisky juvenile and eke most lovely Jew, as true his horse that yet would never tire, I'll meet thee Pyramus at Ninny's tomb.
Ninus is two, man. And you're not to say that yet. That you answer to Pyramus. You say all your part at once, cues and all. Pyramus, enter. Your cue is never tire.
As true his horse that yet would never tire.
If I were fair Thisbe, I were only
Master, so strange. Masters fly. Masters, help.
I'll follow you. I'll lead you about around through bog, through brake, through brush, through briar. Sometimes a horse I'll be, sometimes a hound, a hog, a headless bear, sometimes a fire. And neigh, and bark, and grunt, and roar, and burn like horse, hound, hog, bear, fire at every turn.
I see that. Nay. I see their knavery. This is to make an ass of me. To fright me. If they could. But I will not stir from this place. Do what they can. I shall walk up and down. And I shall sing to show I'm not afraid. The ousel cock, so black and blue, with orange tawny bill, the throstle with his note so true, the wren with little quill.
What angel winks me from my flowery bed?
The finch, the sparrow, and the lark, the plain song cuckoo grey, whose note many a man doth not, and dare not answer nay. For who should offer his wit to so foolish a bird? Who would give a bird the lie, though he cry cuckoo never so?
Oh, I prithee, gentle mortal, sing again. Mine ear is much enamoured of thy note. So is mine eye athwart thy shape. Thy fair virtue's force perforce doth move me on the first view to say, nay, to swear, I love thee.
Methinks, mistress, you should have little reason for that. And yet, to tell the truth, reason and love keep little company together nowadays. The more the pity that some honest neighbours won't make them friends. Nay, I can gleek upon occasion.
Thou art as wise as thou art beautiful.
No, not so, neither. But if I had enough wit to get out of this wood, I have enough to serve mine own turn.
Out of these woods do not desire to go. Thou shalt remain here, whether thou wilt or no. I am a spirit of no common rate. The summer doth still tend upon my state, and I do love thee. Therefore go with me. I'll give thee fairies to attend on thee. They'll fetch thee jewels from the deep, and sing whilst thou on pressed flowers dost sleep. And I shall purge thy mortal grossness so that thou shalt like an airy spirit go. Peas blossom, cobweb, moth, mustard seed, ready.
And I.
Where shall we go? Be kind and courteous to this gentleman. Hop in his walks and gamble in his eyes. Feed him on apricots and dewberries, purple grapes, green figs and mulberries. The honeybugs steal from the humble bee, and for night tapers crop their waxen thighs and light them at the fiery glow of his eyes, to have my love to bed and to arise. Oh. Pluck the wings from painted butterflies, to fan the moonbeams from his sleeping eyes. Well, nod to him, elves, do him courtesies.
Hail, mortal, hail.
Hail.
I cry your worship's mercy heartily. I beseech your worship's name.
Cobweb.
I shall desire you of more acquaintance, good Mistress Cobweb. If I cut my finger, I shall make bold with you. Yeah, your name?
Peas blossom.
I shall desire you of more acquaintance too, good Peas Blossom. Your no. Your name, I beseech you.
Mustard seed.
Ah, good mustard seed. Your kindred hath made my eyes water ere now. I shall desire you of more acquaintance too, good Mistress Mustard Seed.
Wait upon him, bring him to my bower. The moon, methinks, looks with a watery eye, and when she weeps every little flower, lamenting some enforced chastity. Tie up my love's tongue. Bring him silently.
I wonder if Titania be awaked. Here comes my messenger now. How now, mad spirit? What nightfall now about this haunted grove?
My mistress, with a monster, is in love. Near to her close and consecrated bower, while she was in her dull and sleeping hour, a crew of patchers, rude mechanicals who worked for bread upon Athenian stalls, were gathered to rehearse a play, intended tender for great Theseus' nuptial day. The shallowest thick skin of this barren sort who Pyramus presented in their sport forsook his scene and entered in a break. When I did a hymn at this advantage take, an ass's knoll I fixed upon his head. Anon, his Thisbe must be answered, and forth my mimic comes. When him they spy, ha ha ha! At this sight away his fellows fly. I led them on in this distracted fear, and left sweet Pyramus translated there. When, in that moment, so it came to pass, Titania waked and straightway loved her dance.
This falls out better than I could devise. But hast thou yet lashed the Athenian's eyes with the love juice as I bid thee do?
That is finished too. I took him sleeping, and the Athenian woman noted by his side, so upon waking of force she must be eyed.
Stand close. This is the same Athenian.
This is the woman, but not this the man.
Oh, why rebuke you him that love you so? Lay breath so bitter upon your bitter foe.
Now I but chide, but I should use thee worse, for thou, I fear, hast given me cause to curse. If thou hast slain Lysander in his sleep, being shoes over the blood and plunge in the deep and kill me too. Oh, the sun was not so true unto the day as he to me. Would he have stolen away from sleeping Hermia? I'll believe as soon this whole earth becomes bored, and the moon may through the centres creep, and so displease her brother's noontide with the antipodes. It cannot be, but thou hast murdered him. And must a murderer look so dead, so grim?
So should the murdered look, and so should I. Pierced through the heart by your stern cruelty, yet you, the murderer, look as bright and as clear as yonder Venus in her glimmering sphere.
What is this to my Lysander? Where is he? Oh, good Demetrius, wilt thou give him me?
I had rather feed his carcass to my hounds.
Out, dog! Out, cur! Thou hast driven me past the bounds of a maiden's patience. Hast thou slain him then? Oh, henceforth never be numbered among men. Oh, for once tell true even for my sake. Hast thou looked upon him being awake, and hast thou killed him sleeping? Oh, brave touch. Could not a worm or an adder do so much? An adder did it, for with double a tongue than thine, thou serpent never adder stung.
You spend your passion on a misprized mood. I am not guilty of Lysander's blood, nor is he dead for aught that I can tell.
I pray thee, tell me then that he is well.
And if I could, what should I get therefore?
a privilege, never to see me more. And with my hated presence part I so. See me no more, whether he be dead or no.
There is no following her in this fierce vein. Here, therefore, for a while I will remain.
What hast thou done? Thou hast mistaken quite, and laid the love juice on some true love's sight. Of thy misprison must perforce ensue some true love turned, and not a false turn true.
Then fatal rules that one man holding troth, a million fail, confounding oath on oath.
About the wood go swifter than the wind, and Helena of Athens look thou find, all fancy sick and pale of cheer, with sighs of love that cost the fresh blood dear. By some illusion, see thou bring her here. I'll charm his eyes against she do appear.
I go, look how I go, swifter than an arrow from a darter's bow.
Flower of this purple dye, hit with Cupid's archery, sink an apple of his eye. When his love he doth espy, let her shine as gloriously as the Venus of the sky. When thou wakest, if she be by, beg of her for remedy.
Captain of our fairy band, Helena is here at hand, and the youth mistook by me, bleeding for a lover's fee. Shall we their fond pageant see? Oh Lord, what fools these mortals be!
Stand aside. The noise they make will cause Demetrius to awake.
Then at once will two woo one. That must needs be sport alone. And these things do best please me that befall preposterously.
Why should you think that I should woo in scorn? Scorn and derision never come in tears. Look, when I vow, I weep, and vows so born, in their nativity all truth appears. How can these things in me seem scorn to you, bearing the badge of faith to prove them true?
You do advance your cunning more and more. These vows are Hermia's. Will you give her all?
I had no judgment when to her I swore.
No, none in my mind. Now you give her all.
Demetrius loves her, and he loves not you. Oh, Helena, goddess, nymph, divine, perfect. To what, my love, shall I compare thine eye? Crystal is muddy. Ah, how ripe in show thy lips, thy kissing cherries tempting grow. That pure congealed white high Taurus snow, fanned by the east wind, turns to a crow when thou hold'st up thy hand.
Oh, spite, oh hell! I see you are all bent to set against me for your merriment.
You are unkind, Demetrius. Be not so, for you love Hermia.
You would not do me thus much injury. Can you not hate me, as I know you do? But you must join in souls to mock me too. If you are men, as men you are in show.
Lysander, keep thy Hermia. I will none. If e'er I loved her, all that love is gone.
Oh, you would not use a gentle lady so to vow and swear and superpraise my parts, when I am sure you hate me with your hearts. You are both rivals and love Hermia, and now both rivals to mock Helena. Oh, a trim exploit! Oh, a manly enterprise! To conjure tears up in a poor maid's eyes.
In Hermia's love I yield you up my part, and yours of Helena to me bequeath, whom I do love, and will do to my death.
Oh, never did mockers waste more idle breath with your derision. None of noble sort would so offend a virgin and exhort a poor soul's patience all to make you sport.
And now to Helen, it is home, returned, there to remain. Helen, it is not so. Look, where thy love comes, yonder is thy dear.
Oh, thou art not by mine eye, Lysander found. Mine ear, I thank it, brought me to thy sound. But why unkindly did thou leave me so?
Well, why should he stay, whom love doth press to go?
What love could press Lysander from my side?
Lysander's love, that would not let him bide. Fair Helena, who more engilds the night than all yon fiery O's and eyes of light. Why seekest thou me? Could not this make thee know the hate I bear thee made me leave thee so?
You speak not as you think. It cannot be.
Oh, lo! She is one of this confederacy. Now I perceive they have conjoined all three to fashion this false sport in spite of me. Injurious Hermia, most ungrateful maid, have you conspired, have you with these contrived to bait me with this foul derision? Is all the counsel that we two have shared, the sisters' vows, the hours that we have spent when we have chid the hasty-footed time for parting us? Oh, and is it all forgot? All school days, friendship, childhood innocence? Oh, we, Hermia, like two artificial gods, have with our needles created both one flower, both on one sampler, both sitting on one cushion, both warbling of one song, both in one key, as if our hands, our sides, voices and minds have been incorporate. Oh, so we grew together like a double cherry seeming parted, but yet a union in petition. Oh, two lovely berries moulded on one stem, so with two seeming bodies but one heart. And will you rend our ancient love asunder, to join with men in scorning your poor friend? Well, it is not friendly, 'tis not maidenly. Our sex as well as I may chide you for it, though I alone do feel the injury.
Well, I am amazed at your passionate words. I scorn you not, it seems that you scorn me.
Have you not set Lysander as in scorn, to follow me and praise my eyes and face, and made your other love, Demetrius, who even now did spurn me with his foot, to call me goddess, nymph, divine and rare, precious, celestial? Oh, wherefore speaks he this to her he hates, and wherefore doth Lysander deny your love, so rich within his soul, and tender me forsooth affection? But by your setting on, by your consent, what thought I be not so ingraced as you, so hung upon with love, so fortunate, but miserable most to love unloved? Well, this you should pity rather than despise.
I understand not what you mean by this.
I do persever. Counterfeit, sad looks, make mouths upon me when I turn my back, wink at each other, hold the sweet jest up. Oh, this sport well carried shall be chronicled. If you had any pity, grace, or malice, you would not make me such an argument. But fare you well, 'tis partly my own fault, which death, or absence, soon shall remedy.
Stay, gentle Helena. Hear my excuse. My love, my life, my soul. There, Helena.
Oh, excellent.
Oh, sweet, do not scorn her so.
If she cannot entreat, I can compel.
Thou canst compel no more than she entreat. Thy threats have no more strength than her weak prayers. Helen, I love thee. By my life I do. I swear by that which I will lose for thee, to prove him false that says I love thee not.
I say, I love thee more than he can do.
If thou say so, withdraw and prove it too.
Quick. Come.
Lysander, where to tends all this?
Away, you Ethiop! Hang off, thou cat! Thou burr! Vile thing, let loose, or I will shake you from me like a serpent!
Why have you grown so rude? What changes this sweet love?
Thy love. Out, tawny Tartar, out! Out, loathed medicine, hated potion, hence!
Oh, do you not jest?
Oh, yes, sooth, and so do you.
Demetrius, I will keep my word with thee.
I would I had your bond, for I perceive a weak bond holds you. I'll not trust your word.
What? Should I hurt her? Strike her? Kill her dead? Although I hate her, I'll not harm her so.
What could you do me greater harm than hate? Hate me? Oh, wherefore? What news is this, my love? Am not I Hermia? Are you not Lysander? Well, I am as fair now as I was erewhile. Since night you loved me, yet since night you left me. Why then you me. Oh, the gods forbid in earnest, shall I say?
Aye, by my life, and never did desire to see thee more. Therefore, be out of hope, of question, doubt. Be certain, nothing truer. 'Tis no jest that I do hate thee and love Helena.
Oh, me! You juggler! You canker blossom! You thief of love! What? Have you come by night and stolen my love's heart from him?
What? Will you tear impatient answers from my gentle tongue? Oh, fie, you counterfeit, you puppet, you!
Puppet! Why so? Aye, that way goes the game. I now perceive she hath made compare between our statures. She hath urged her height, and with her personage, her tall personage, her height forsooth, she hath prevailed with him.
Oh, I pray you, though you mock me, gentlemen, let her not hurt me.
And are you grown so high in his esteem because I am so dwarfish and so low?
I was never cursed. I have no gift at all in shrewishness. I'm a right mate for my cowardice.
How low am I, thou painted maypole? Speak! How low am I? I am not yet so low that my nails can't reach unto thine eye.
Let her not strike me. You might perhaps think because she is something lower than myself that I can match her.
Lower! Hark again!
Oh, stop yet, Hermia. Do not be so bitter with me. I evermore did love you, Hermia. Did ever keep your counsel, never wronged you. Save that in love unto Demetrius. I told him of your stealth into this wood. He followed you for love, I followed him, but he hath chid me hence and threatened me to strike me, spurn me, nay, to kill me too. So now you will let me quite go. To Athens will I bear my folly back and follow you no further. Let me go and see how simple and how fond I am.
Why, get you gone. Who is it that hinders you?
Well, a foolish heart that I leave here behind.
With Lysander?
With Demetrius! Oh, when she is angry, she is keen and shrewd. She was a vixen when she went to school. And though she be but little, she is fierce.
Little! Again! Nothing but low and little! Oh, why do you suffer her to flout me thus? Let me come to her! Oh.
Get you gone, you dwarf! You minimus of hindering knotgrass maid! You bead! You acorn! Let her alone. Take not her part, for if thou dost intend never so little show of love to her, thou shalt abye it. Now she holds me not. Now follow, if thou darest, to try whose right, or thine or mine, is most in Helena. Follow? Nay, I'll go with thee, cheek by jowl.
You, mistress, all this is coil long of you.
I will not trust you. I no longer stay in your cursed company. Your hands than mine are quicker for a fray. My legs are longer though to run away.
Oh, I am amazed and know not what to say.
This is thy negligence. Still thou mistakest, or else committest thy knaveries wilfully.
Believe me, King of Shadows, I mistook. Did you not tell me I would know the man by the Athenian garments he hath on? And so far, blameless proves my enterprise, as I have anointed an Athenian's eyes. And so far I am glad I did so sort. But this their jangling I esteem a sport.
Thou seest these lovers seek a place to fight. Hie therefore, Robin, overcast the night. The starry welkin cover thou anon, with drooping fog as black as Acheron. Then lead these testy rivals so astray as one come not within another's way. Like Lysander sometimes frame thy tongue, and stir Demetrius up with bitter wrong. And sometimes, rare thou like Demetrius, sent from each other, look thou lead them thus. Till o'er their brow death counterfeiting sleep, with leaden legs and batty wings doth creep. Then crush this herb, into Lysander's eye, whose liquor hath this virtuous property, to remove them from thence all error with his might, and make his eyeballs roll with wonted sight. When next they wake, all this derision will seem a dream and fruitless vision. Then back to Athens shall the lovers wend, with league whose date till death shall never end. But whilst I in this affair do thee employ, I'll to my queen and beg her Indian boy. Then I will her charmed eye release from monsters' view, and all things shall be peace.
My fairy lord, this must be done in haste, for night swift dragons cut the clouds full fast, and yonder shines Aurora's harbinger, at whose approach ghosts wandering here and there troop home to churchyards. Damned spirits all that in floods and crossways have burial, already to their wormy beds have gone, for fear lest shame should look themselves upon. They wilfully exile themselves from light, and would for aye consort with black-browed knights.
But we are spirits of another sort. I, with the morning's love, have oft made sports, and, like the forest of the groves, may tread even till the eastern gate, all fiery red, opens up on Neptune with fair blessed beams, turning to yellow gold his salt green streams. But, notwithstanding, haste, make no delay. We may effect this business yet ere day.
Up and down, I will lead them up and down. I'm feared in field and town. Goblin, lead them up and down. Here comes one.
Where art thou, proud Demetrius? Speak thou now.
Here, villain, drawn and ready, where art thou?
I will be with thee straight.
Follow me then to play the ground.
Lysander, speak again. Thou run away, thou coward! Speak! In some bush? Where dost thou hide thy head?
Thou coward! Art thou looking into bushes, looking for wars? Come, recreant, come, child. I'll whip thee with a rod. Here's defiled who draws the sword on thee.
Ye art thou there?
Follow my voice, we'll try no manhood here.
He goes before me, and still he dares me on. When I come where he calls, then he is gone. The villain is much lighter heeled than I. I followed fast, but faster he did fly. That fallen am I in dark uneven way, and here will rest me. Come, thou gentle day, for if but once thou show me thy grey light, I will find Demetrius and revenge this spite.
Ho, 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 coward, why comest thou not?
Abide me if thou darest, for when I wot thou runnest before me, shifting every place, and darest not stand nor look me in the face. Where art thou?
I am here.
Nay, then thou mockst me. Thou shalt buy this dear if ever I thy face by daylight see. Now go thy way. Faintness constraineth me to measure out my length on this cold bed.
Oh, weary night, oh, long and tedious night, abate thy hours, oh, shine comforts from the east that I may back to Athens, from these that my poor company detests, and sleep that sometimes shuts up sorrow's eyes and steal me a while from my own company.
Yet but three. Come one more. Two of both kinds make up four. Here she comes, cursed and sad. Cupid is a knavish lad, thus to make poor females mad.
Never so weary, never so in woe, bedabbled with dews and torn with briars. I can no longer crawl, no further go. My legs can keep no pace for my desires. Here will I rest till the break of day. Heaven shield Lysander if they mean a fray.
On the ground, sleep sound. I'll apply to your eye, gentle of a remedy. when thou wakest, thou takest true delight in the sight of thy former lady's eye. And the country proverb known, in your waking shall be shown. Jack shall have Jill, naught shall go ill, the man shall have his mare again, and all shall be well.
Come, sit thee down upon this flowery bed. Whilst I thy amiable cheeks do coy, and stick musk roses in thy sleek smooth head, and kiss thy fair large ears, my gentle joy.
Oh, where's Peas Blossom?
Ready?
Scratch my head, Peas Blossom. Where's Cobweb?
Ready?
Get ye your weapons in hand and go kill me a red-hipped humblebee on top of a thistle. And bring me the honey bag. And do not fret yourself too much in the action. Take care the honey bag break not. I would be loath to see you overflown with a honey bag. Where's Mustard Seed?
Ready?
Give me your leaf, Mustard Seed. Pray you, leave your courtesy.
What is your will?
Nothing but to help Cavaliero Cobweb here to scratch.
I'm Peas Blossom.
Oh, sorry. I must to the barber's, for methinks I am marvellously hairy about the face, and I am such a tender ass, if my hair but do tickle me, I must scratch.
What, would thou hear some music, my sweet love?
I've a reasonable good ear in music. Let's have the tongs and the bones.
Or say, sweet love, what thou desirest to eat.
Truly a peck of provender. I could munch your good dry oats. But methinks I have a great desire for a bottle of hay. Good hay. Sweet hay. Hath no fellow.
I have a venturous fairy who will seek the squirrel's hoard and fetch thee new nuts.
I'd rather have a handful or two of dried peas. But I pray you, let none of your people stir me. I have an exposition of sleep come upon me.
Oh, sleep thou. I will wind thee in my arms. Fairies, be gone, be always away. So the woodbine, the sweet honeysuckle gently yet twists. The female ivy so enrings the barky fingers of the elm. Oh, how I love thee, how I dote on thee.
Welcome, good Robin. Seest thou this sweet sight? Her dotage now I do begin to pity, for meeting her of late behind the woods, seeking sweet favours for this hateful fool. I did upbraid her and fall out with her, for she then his hairy temples had rounded with a coronet of fresh and fragrant flowers. And that same dew that's on the buds was sometimes wont to swell like round and orient pearls, stood now in the pretty floweret's eyes, like tears that did their own disgrace bewail. When I had, at my pleasure, tormented her, and she in mild terms begged my patience, I did ask her of her changeling child, which straight she gave me, and a fairy sent to bear him to my bower in fairyland. And now I have the child, I shall remove this hateful imperfection of her eyes. And, gentle Puck, take this transformed scalp from off the head of this Athenian swain, that waking when the others do, may all to Athens back again repair, and think no more of this night's accidents, but as the fierce vexations of a dream. But first, I will release the fairy queen.
Be as thou was wont to be, see as thou was wont to see. Diana's bud o'er Cupid's flower hath such force and blessed power. Now, my Titania, wake you, my sweet queen.
Oh, my Oberon! Oh, what visions have I had! Oh, methought I was enamoured of an ass!
Ha ha ha. There lies your love.
How came these things to pass? Oh, how I loathe this visage now!
Silence a while. Robin, take off this head. Titania, music, call.
Music, ho! Music such as charmeth sleep.
Now when thou wakest with thine own fool's eyes, peep.
Sound, music! Now, my queen, take hands with me and rock the ground whereon these sleepers be. Now thou and I are new in amity, and tomorrow midnight solemnly will dance in Duke Theseus' house, and bless it to all fair prosperity. There shall the pairs of faithful lovers be wedded with Theseus, all in jollity.
Fairy king, attend and mark, I do hear the morning lark.
Then, my queen, in silence sad, trip we after the nightshade, for we the globe can compass soon, swifter than the wandering moon.
Come, my lord, and in our flight, tell me how it came this night that I sleeping here was found with these mortals on the ground.
Oh, Dan, yeah.
I was with Hercules and Cadmus once, when in a wood of Crete with Bay the bear with hounds of Sparta. Never have I heard such gallant chidings. For all the groves, the skies, the fountains, every region near seemed all one mutual cry. I never heard so musical discord, such sweet thunder.
My hounds are bred out of the Spartan kind. A cry more tunable was never hollered to, nor cheered by horn in Crete, in Sparta, nor in Thessaly. Judge when you hear. But soft! What nymphs are these?
My lord, this is my daughter here asleep. And this Lysander. This Demetrius is, this Helena, old Nadar's Helena. I wonder of their being here together.
No doubt they rose up early to observe the rise of May, and hearing of our intent, came here by grace of our solemnity. But speak, Aegeus, is this not the day that Hermia should give answer of her choice?
It is, my lord.
I pray you all, stand up! I know you two are rival enemies. How come this gentle concord in the world, that hatred is so far from jealousy, to sleep by hate, and fear no enmity?
My lord, I shall reply amazedly, half sleep, half waking, but as yet I cannot truly say how I came here. But as I think, for truly would I speak, and now I do bethink me, so it is. I came with Hermia hither. Our intent was to be gone from Athens, where we might be without the peril of the Athenian law.
Enough, enough, my lord, you have enough. I beg the law upon his head. They would have stolen away, they would, Demetrius, thereby to have defeated you and me, you of your wife and me of my consent. Of my consent that she should be your wife.
My lord, fair Helen told me of their stealth, of this their purpose hither to this wood, and I in fury hither followed them, fair Helena in fancy following me. But, my good lord, I wot not by what power, but by some power it is, my love for Hermia melted, as doth the snow. seems to me now as in the remembrance of an idle gaud which in my childhood I did dote upon. And all the faith, the virtue of my heart, the object and pleasure of mine eye, is only Helena. To her, my lord, was I betrothed ere I saw Hermia, but like in sickness did I loathe this food, but as in health come to my natural taste. Now I do wish it, love it, long for it, and will for evermore be true to it.
Aegeus, I will overbear your will, for in the temple, by the by, with us, these two couples shall eternally be knit. Come, Hippolyta.
These things seem small and undistinguishable, like far-off mountains turned into clouds.
Methinks I see these things through parted eye when everything seems double.
And so methinks I have found Demetrius like a jewel, my own and not my own.
It seems that yet we sleep, we dream. Do you not think the Duke was here and bid us follow him?
Yea, and my father.
And Hippolyta.
And he did bid us follow to the temple.
Why, then we are awake. Let's follow him. And, by the way, let us recount our dreams.
When my cue comes, call me. My next is most fair Pyramus. Hey? Hello? Peter Quince? Flute the bellows mender? Snout the tinker? The other one? God's my life. Stolen hence and left me asleep. I've had a most rare vision. I've had a dream. Past the wit of man to say what dream it was. Man is but an ass if he were to expound this dream. Methought I was. No man can say what. Methought I was, and methought I had. But man is but a patched fool if he were to say what methought I had. The eye of man hath not heard, the ear of man hath not seen, man's hand is unable to taste, his tongue to conceive, or his heart to report what my dream was. I shall get Peter Quince to write a ballad of this dream, and it shall be called Bottom's Dream, because it hath no bottom. And I shall sing it at the latter end of the play, before the Duke. Peradventure, to make it the more gracious, I shall sing it at her death.
Have you sent to Bottom's house? Has he come home yet?
He cannot be heard of. Out of doubt he is transported.
Oh, if he comes not, our play is marred, it goes not forward, doth it?
It is not possible. There is not a man in all Athens could discharge Pyramus, but he.
No, he has simply the best wit of any handicraft man in Athens.
Aye, and the very best person too. Oh, he's a very paramour for a sweet voice.
You must say paragon, for God bless us. A paramour is a thing of naught.
Masters!
Oh.
The Duke is coming from the temple. 2 or 3 more lords and ladies have been married. If our sport had gone forward, we would have had it made.
Oh, sweet bully Bottom. Thus has he lost 6pence a day during his life, and he could not have scraped 6pence a day, and if the Duke had given him 6pence a day, well, I'll be hanged, he would have been worth it. 6pence a day, and Pyramus saw nothing.
Where are these lads? Where are all these hearts?
Bottom! Oh, courageous day, oh happy hour!
Masters, I am to discourse wonders. But ask me not what. For if I tell you, I am no true Athenian.
All right.
No, I will tell you everything, right as it fell out.
Well, let's hear then, sweet bottom.
Not a word of me. All that I will tell you is that the Duke hath dined. Get your apparel together, new strings to your beards, new ribbons to your pumps, meet presently at the palace, every man look o'er his part, for the short and long is, our play is preferred! In any case, let Thisbe have clean linen, and let not him who plays the lion pare his nails, for they should hang out like lion's claws. And most dear actors, eat no onions, nor garlic. We are to utter sweet breath. And I do not doubt but to hear them say, it is a sweet comedy. No more words. Away. Go. Away. Away.
What these lovers speak of.
More strange than true. I never may believe these antique fables, these fairy toys. Lovers and madmen have such seething brains, such shaping fantasies that apprehend more than cool reason ever comprehends. The lunatic, the lover, and the poet are of imagination all compact. One sees more devils than vast hell can hold. That is, the madman and the lover, all as frantic, sees Helen's beauty in the brow of Egypt. The poet's eye, in fine frenzy rolling, doth glance from heaven to earth, from earth to heaven, and as imagination bodies forth the forms of things unknown, the poet's pen turns them to shapes, and gives to airy nothing a local habitation and a name. Such tricks hath strong imagination, that if it would apprehend some joy, it comprehends the bringer of that joy, or in the night, imagining some fear, how easy as a bush suppose it a bear.
But for all the stories of the night told over, and all their minds transfigured so together, more witness than fancy's images, that grows to something of great constancy, but howsoever strange and admirable.
Here come the lovers, full of joy and mirth. Joy, gentle friends, joy in fresh days of love accompany your hearts.
More than to us. Wait in your royal walks, your board, your bed.
Come now, what masks, what dances shall we have to wear away this long age of 3 hours between our after supper and our bedtime? Where is our usual manager of mirth? What revels are in hand? Is there no play to ease the anguish of a torturing hour? Call Philostrates!
Here, mighty Theseus.
Say, what abridgment have you for this evening? What masks, what music? How shall we beguile the lazy time, if not with some delights?
Here is a brief. How many sports are ripe? Make choice of which your Highness will see first. There is much for your pleasure.
The battle with the centaurs, to be sung by an Athenian eunuch to the harp. Oh, none of that. That I have told my love and glory of my kinsman Hercules. The riot of the tipsy bacchanals, tearing the Thracian singer in their rage. Well, that is an old device. And it was played when I last from Thebes came the conqueror. But the thrice 3 muses, mourning for the death of learning, late deceased in beggary. Well, that is some satire, keen and critical, not sorting with a nuptial ceremony. A tedious brief scene of young Pyramus and his love Thisbe, very tragical mirth. Merry and tragical, tedious and brief. Well, that is hot ice and wondrous strange snow. How shall we find the concord of this discord?
Oh, a play there is, my lord, some 10 words long, which is as brief as I've known a play, but by 10 words it is too long, which makes it tedious. For in all the play there is not one word apt, one player fitted. And tragical, my noble lord, it is, for Pyramus therein doth kill himself, which I must confess when I saw rehearsed, made mine eyes water. But more merry 'tis, the passion of loud laughter never shed.
What are they that do play it?
Oh, hard-handed men that work in Athens here, which never laboured in their minds till now, but now toil their unbreathed memories with this same play against your nuptials.
And we will hear it.
Oh, no, my lord, no, it is not for you. I have heard it over, and it is nothing in the world, unless you can find sport in their intents, extremely stretched and conned with cruel pain to do you service.
I will hear that play. Whenever anything can be amiss, then when simpleness and duty tender it. Go, bring them in, and take your places, ladies.
I love not to see wretchedness overcharged and duty in their service perishing.
Why, gentle sweet, you shall see no such thing.
He said they do nothing of this kind.
The kind are we, to give them thanks for nothing. Our sport shall be to take what they mistake, and what poor duty cannot do, noble respect takes it in might, not merit. Where I come, great clerks have purpose to greet me with premeditated welcomes, where I've seen them shiver and look pale, put periods in the midst of sentences, throttle their practised accents with their fears, and in conclusion, dumbly have broken off, not paying me a welcome. Trust me, sweet, out of the silence, yet I picked a welcome, and in the modesty of fearful duty, I read as much as from the rattling tongue of saucy and audacious eloquence. Love, therefore, and tongue-tied simplicity, in least speak most to my capacity.
Your Grace, the prologue is at rest.
Let them approach.
If we offend, it is with our good will, that you should think we come not to offend, but with good will. To show our simple skill, that's the true beginning of our end. Consider then that we come but in despite. We do not come as minding to content you. Our true intent is, all for your delight we are not here, that you should here repent you. The actors are at hand. The actors are at hand, and by their show you shall know all you are like to know.
The lady does not stand upon point.
Gentles, perchance you wonder at this show, but wonder on till truth make all things plain. This man is Pyramus, if you would know.
Oh, sorry. Oh, I haven't got my sword. Can you get my sword?
Sword?
This beauteous lady Thisbe is. No. This beauteous lady. Ooh, Thisbe is certain. Now, this man, with lime and rough cast, doth present wall, that vile wall that did these lovers sunder, and through whose chink they are content to whisper, at the which let no man wonder. This man, with dog and lantern bush of thorn, presenteth moonshine, for did these lovers feel no scorn to meet at Ninus tomb, there to woo. This grisly beast, by name Lionheart, when Thisbe coming first at night, did scare away, or rather did affright, and as she fled, her mantle she did Lion, vile with bloody mouth, did stain. Anon comes Pyramus, sweet youth and tall, and sees his trusty Thisbe's mantle, and sees his trusty Thisbe's mantle stain. Whereat, with bloody bladeful blade, he bravely broached his boiling bloody breast. And Thisbe, tarrying in mulberry shade, his dagger drew and died. Whereat with wall, moonshine, lion, and lovers twain, at here discourse while they do remain.
I wonder if the lion be able to speak.
No wonder, my lord, one lion may when many asses do.
In this same interlude it doth befall that I, one Snout by name, present a wall, and such a wall as I would have you think had in it a cranny or hidden chink,
through which the lovers Theramis and Pisby did whisper often very secretly, this loam, this rough cast, this stone doth show that I am that same wall, the truth is so. And through this chink, both right and sinister, through which the fearful lovers are to whisper.
Would you desire lion and hare to speak better?
It is the wittiest partition that ever I heard discourse, my lord.
Pyramus draws near the wall. Silence!
O grim-looked night, O night with hue so black, O night which ever art when day is not, O night, alack, alack, alack. I fear my Thisby's promise is forgot. And thou, O wall, O sweet, no, you're a wall, stand still. O sweet and lovely wall, that stands between her father's ground and mine. O wall, though will you stand still? O sweet and lovely wall, show me the chink to blink through with mine eye. Down there. What happened to... Thanks, courteous wall. Jove shield you well for this. But what do I see? No Thisby do I see. A wicked wall through whom I see no bliss. Cursed be thy stones for thus deceiving me.
The wall, methinks, being sensible, should curse again.
No, in truth, sir, he should not. Deceiving me is Thisby's cue. She is went now, and I am to spy her through the wall. In all four patters, I told you. She comes.
O wall, full often hast thou heard my moans for parting my sweet Pyramus and me, and my cherry lips have often kissed thy stone. Thy stones with hair and lime knit up in thee.
I see a voice. Now will I to the chink to spy and hear my Thisby's face. Thisby!
My love you art, my love I think.
Think what thou wilt. I am thy lover's grace, and like Lymander am I trusty still.
And I like Helen till the fates me kill.
Not since Shaphalos to Procrus was so true.
As Shaphalos to Procrus, I to you.
Oh, kiss me through the hole of this vile wall.
I kissed the wall's hole, not your sweet lips at all.
Will thou meet me at Ninny's tomb right away?
Tide life, tide death, I come without delay.
Thus have I wall my part discharged, so being done, away the wall doth go.
Now is the mural down between the two neighbours.
No remedy, my lord, when walls are so wilful to hear without warning.
This is the silliest stuff that ever I heard.
The best in this kind are but shadows, and the worst are no worse than what imagination amends.
Well, it must be your imagination then, and not theirs.
Well, if we imagine them as no worse than they imagine themselves, they may pass for excellent men. Here come two noble beasts in, a man and a lion.
You, ladies, you who gentle hearts do fear, the smallest monstrous mouse that creeps on floor, may now, perchance, both quake and tremble here, when lion, in wildest rage, doth roar, Rah! Then know that I, one snug Victorina, am a lion's felt, nor else no lion's dam. For if I should come as lion into this place in strife, 'twere pity on my life.
A very gentle beast, of good conscience.
The very best of the beast, my lord, that e'er I saw.
This lion is the very fox for his valour.
True, and a goose for his discretion.
Not so, for his valour cannot carry his discretion, and the fox carries the goose.
His discretion, I think, cannot carry his valour, for the goose carries not the fox. Leave it to his discretion, and let us listen to the moon.
This lantern doth the horned moon present.
He should have worn the horns on his head.
He is no crescent, and his horns are invisible within the circumference.
This lantern doth the horned moon present. Myself the man in the moon do seem to be.
This is the greatest error of all the rest. The man should be put into the lantern. How is it else the man in the moon?
He dares not come there for the candle, for you see, it is already in snuff.
I'm aweary of this moon, which he would change.
It appears by small light of his discretion that he is in the wane, and yet, in all courtesy, we must stay the time.
Proceed, moon.
Are you sure? All that I have to say is to tell you that the lantern is the moon, I the man in the moon, this thorn bush my thorn bush, and this dog my dog.
Why, all these things should be in the lantern, for all these things are in the moon. But silence, here comes Thisbe.
This is old Ninny's tomb.
This is tomb.
Where is my love?
Well roared, lion.
Well run, Thisbe!
Well shone moon, the moon shines with a true grace.
Well mouthed, lion!
And then came Pyramus.
And then the moon vanishes.
Sweet moon, I thank thee for thy sunny beams.
Oh, it's out!
It's called acting. Carry on with it. I thank thee, moon, for shining now so bright. For by thy golden, gracious, glittering streams, I trust to taste of truest Thisbe's sight. But stay, O spite, but mark, poor knight, what dreadful dole is here? Eyes, do you see? How can it be? Oh, dainty duck, oh dear. Thy mantle good? What, stained with blood? Approach, ye furies fell. O fates, come, come, cut thread and thrum, quail, crush, conclude, and quell.
This passion and the death of a dear friend would go near to make a man look sad.
Pursue my heart, but pity the man.
O wherefore, nature, didst thou lion frame, since lion vile hath here deflowered, my dear?
Devoured! The line is devoured! I completely give up.
Which is, no, which was the fairest dame that lived, that loved, that liked, that looked with cheer. Come, tears confound. Where are those onions? They help. Out, sword, and wound the pap of Pyramus. I that left pap where heart doth hop. Thus die I, thus. Now am I dead. Now am I fled. My soul is in the sky. Tongue, lose thy light. Moon, take thy flight. And die! 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 Die!
No die, but an ace.
Die!
For him, for he's but one.
Less than an ace, man. For he is dead, he is nothing.
With the help of a surgeon, he might yet recover and prove an ass.
How chance moonshine comes back before Thisbe finds her lover?
She will find him in starlight. Here she comes, and her passion ends the play.
Methinks you shouldn't lose a long one for such a pyramid. I wish you would be brief.
A mote shall turn the balance, which Pyramus, which Thisbe is the better.
Look, she hath spied him already with those sweet eyes. And thus she moans fidelicet.
Asleep, my love. Oh. What dead, my dove? Oh, Pyramus, arise! Oh, speak, speak, quite dumb. Dead? Dead? A tomb must cover these sweet eyes, these lily lips, this cherry nose, these yellow cowslip cheeks. Are gone, are gone. Lovers make moan, his eyes were green as leeks. Oh, sisters three, come to me with hands as pale as silk. Lay them in gore, since you have shore with shears his thread of silk. Tongue, not a word. Come, trusty sword. Give me the sword. O blade, my breast improve. And farewell, friends, thus this be ends. Adieu, adieu, adieu.
Moonshine and lion are left to bury the dead.
Aye, and wall too.
No, I assure you the wall is down that part of their fathers. Would it please you to see the epilogue? Or perhaps a burlesque dance from some of our company?
No, sorry, your dukedship. He means not a burlesque dance, but our burgomaster. No, our burgomask.
No epilogue, I pray you. Your play needs no excuse. Never excuse, for when the players are all dead, there need none be blamed. Marry, if she that writ it had played Pyramus and hanged herself on Thisbe's garters, it would have been a fine tragedy. So it is truly and notably discharged. But come, your burgomask, leave the epilogue alone. Tongue of midnight hath told 12. Lovers, to bed. 'Tis almost fairy time. I fear that we shall outsleep this coming morn as much as we this night have overwatched. This palpable, gross play hath well beguiled the heavy gate of night. Sweet friends, to bed. Fortnight hold we this solemnity in nightly revels and new jollity.
Now the hungry lion roars and the wolf behowls the moon. Now the heavy ploughman snores, all with weary task bedone. Now the wasted brands do glow, whilst the screech owl, screeching loud, puts the wretch that lies in woe in remembrance of a shroud. Now, 'tis the time of night, and the graves all gaping wide, every one lets forth their sprite along the churchyard paths to glide. And we fairies that do run by the triple Hecate's team, from the brightness of the sun, following darkness like a dream, now a frolic. Not a mouse shall disturb this hallowed house. I am sent with broom before, to sweep the dust behind the door.
Through this house give glimmering light by the dead and drowsy fire. Every elf and fairy sprite hop as light as bird from briar, and this ditty after me sing and dance it trippingly.
But first rehearse this song by rote, to each word a warbling note. Then hand in hand with fairy grace will we sing and bless this place.
Now until the break of day, through this house each fairy stray. To the best bride bed shall we, which by us shall blessed be. And the issue there create ever shall be fortunate. So shall all the couples three ever true in loving be. And the blots of nature's hand shall not in their issue stand. Never mole, hair, lip, nor scar, nor mark prodigious such as are despised in nativity, shall upon their children be. With this field dew consecrate, every fairy take his gifts, and each several chamber bless with through this house with sweet peace. And the owner of it blessed ever shall in safety rest. Trip away, make no stay, meet me all by break of day.
If we shadows have offended, make but this, and all is mended, that you have but slumbered here whilst these visions did appear, and this weak and idle theme, no more yielding but a dream. Good gentles, do not reprehend. If you pardon, we will mend. And as I am an honest puck, if we have an earned luck now to escape the serpent's tongue, we will make amends ere long. Else the puck a liar call. So, good night unto you all. Give me your hands if we be friends, and Robin shall restore amends.